Hi guys, it's Marianne Little from Short Sale Mitigation. Today's video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to teach you how to do a principal reduction payment in a second lien mortgage approval. And why would you even need this? And what the heck is it, right? Sounds very confusing. It is confusing. And if you haven't done probably 10 to 15 short sales, I don't actually recommend you do this at all. If you are in this situation where you need a principal reduction payment toward a second lien, then I would suggest you call me if you do not have experience in short sales. Okay, so let me explain how you would need this and why you would need it and what you should do in this situation. So let's fictitiously talk about your short sale. So you have, let's say, an approval for a $250,000 property, right? The first mortgage lender gives you an approval for $250,000 and gives you, or only allots, $3,000 towards the second mortgage, right? So let's say the second mortgage gets this information and they say, nah, we don't want $3,000, we want $8,000. Well, you can't go to closing with an approval, a second lien approval that says $8,000 when the first mortgage lien approval only allotted $3,000 towards the second lien. So what do? You should obviously know your numbers when you're going into this, but you can offer what's called a principal reduction payment to the second lien. So obviously you want to be a deal maker and not be a deal breaker. You want to work through this issue so you can get your short sale closed. If you can't get it closed, then the first mortgage lender is likely going to foreclose over the second mortgage lien anyway if there's no equity in the property. So what do? You go to the second mortgage lien holder and you say, listen, the first lien is only allotting $3,000. That's all we have to do. That's all I can give you at closing. But we are willing to do, let's say, a $5,000 principal reduction payment ahead of closing. So what does that mean? It means either your buyer or your seller or somebody in the transaction is sending the second mortgage holder a reduction payment, $5,000. And you want to do this in two separate approval letters. So you want one approval letter that once you send your offer in to the second mortgage lien holder, you say, this is what I need back from you. I need one approval letter that states that you understand the terms that I'm offering you, which is that upon receipt of a principal reduction payment in the sum of $5,000, that you are going to issue an approval letter for $3,000 to release the deficiency in the lien on the property. Obviously, you want the deficiency released as well. You always can't get that, but you need the lien released to sell the property. So you're sending the second mortgage lender an offer, and it's going to say, hey, guys, I'm willing to do this for you, or my client is willing to do this for you. They're willing to wire you $5,000 ahead of closing, and it probably should be a couple weeks ahead of closing, or at least a week or two ahead of closing, so you can get the second lien approval that you need to close. So you're saying to them, I'm going to give you this $5,000 only in exchange for an approval letter that gives me that allows $3,000 at a closing, in exchange for an approval letter that states you agree to release the deficiency in the lien at closing. So again, you're talking to that negotiator and you're saying, we'll give you a $5,000 principal reduction payment. That's coming from somebody in the transaction at some point before the closing, right? And in exchange for sending you that money, we want another approval letter that stipulates that you're going to get $3,000 at closing, okay? So you should get two approval letters, one that comes back to you that says we agree, and we want $8,000 total broken up like follows. We're going to get $5,000 in a principal reduction payment at any time before the closing date, and then on the closing date, we expect $3,000 out of the proceeds of the sale. And at that point, we'll release our lien and deficiency on the property. That is how you do a principal reduction payment so that all the approval letters at closing match. Now, a couple suggestions. One, you want to have your first lien approval pretty much in writing before you have this offer, okay? Before you have anybody wire any money, get the first lien approval in writing, right? Because if you don't have that first lien approval, it doesn't even make sense because at any point they can still foreclose. Get the first lien approval in writing for the $3,000. Then you can talk to the second lien about, or you can talk to them ahead of time, but then you're going to wire your $5,000 and then set up your closing, whether it's a week away, 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, or a month away. So you get your $5,000, you send that in. The lender at that time should issue you a second approval letter now for $3,000 for the release and deficiency in your property. And that's how you do a second lien principal reduction payment in order to get your short sale closed. Bye guys, have a great day. Marianne Little from Short Sale Mitigation. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions about this method of closing your short sale, give me a call, 978-384-0032. Bye guys, have a great day.